As Mzansi celebrates Women's Month, Daily Sun and SNL 24 has decided to honor women who have broken the glass ceiling by getting into fields that were only meant for men. Today we are joined by one of the phenomenal women, Sisanda Qwabe. She will be telling us about her journey and where she is now.
My name is Sisanda Qwabe. I'm from Lingana in the northern KwaZulu-Natal, a proper village girl, if I may. And I'm a mother of three, which is one of my biggest prizes that I have won in life. And I'm a businesswoman and a lawyer by profession.
And when you say you are a businesswoman, what businesses are you into?
Well, currently the biggest business that I am in is the industry of tourism. I own a company and founded a company called Subipex Travel.
Would you say you come from a privileged background or you have to scrape through a whole lot of challenges?
Well, I like the word that you use, privilege. I grew up in the background that my family was not financially stable, if I could call it like that. But I believe I was very much privileged to be raised by a woman that raised me, because I wouldn't be here where I am if it wasn't for the love that she gave me. So I think the biggest privilege that I received was to be raised in a very strong family that had love. We had no money, but they have love, and they made me realize that I could be whatever I wanted to be. And I think that was, I always, say I owe my success to the privileges that growing up in the village, or what one would look at it as a disadvantage, I took it as a privilege to say to me, you know what, if I did not grow up that way, probably I wouldn't have a drive to be where I am today, because I would have said, man, so why am I bothering to want to study, to want to know more? Right. I think I'm very much privileged to be raised as a village girl, especially because the fact that I was raised from the rural area, I continue to carry the teachings and the morals and everything else that I was taught as a young girl up until today.
And going back to your business, as a woman, we know that women have to work extra hard to get through. How did you navigate that?
I am still navigating. I am still navigating. It's quite very difficult. I think in all industries across, even the ones that females are there, like the beauty industry and stuff like that, you're still going to have people that are just kind of gatekeepers that makes your life difficult as a female. They make you feel like you are not deserving. And with all some of these things that the government tries to put them up to say, okay, maybe female, African female, black under 35, your BE type of thingy. So you will find people making you feel like you are not deserving to be where you are. You just got that because you are black and you are under 35. But they actually disregard the entire hard work that you put behind it. And the hardest thing is if you get into a business where you have to maybe apply for tenders and stuff like that. It's always a mission, because you go out there and you'll find people that are really, really not interested on what you know, how you know it and whatever. They will be just wanting to push their interest first before you. So you always have to move back, and if you don't, play according to the rules that they put for you, then you end up losing. And I strongly believe that if ever those were not on the way, I couldn't even be further. Because if somebody says, oh, listen, there's a tender that is out and maybe you need to go out there and apply, you put everything, you qualify and everything, but they would still want you to maybe bribe someone or go on a date with someone, and those dates are not just dates, they are
hotel dates.
They are hotel dates, and if you say no, then unfortunately you're not going to get anything. So to imagine, my company was established in 2013, and I only managed to get into a government, to land a government contract in 2022, and that's the only one.
As we are focusing on women, which other projects have you done where you were assisting young women, especially to get into the field that you're in?
I always looked out for women because I know how hard it is for them to get into an industry. And then on the other side, but I do have an agricultural project where we give guidance to young people, especially, of course, it's boys and girls, but it's more women that are more interested in doing these projects. Back in Lingana, Emanguze, that's when we do that. It's called the Garden of Hope by Sisanda. We make sure that, you know, they plant their own vegetables and then they eat their own organic food.
South African women are facing a lot of femicide and GBV. Do you feel that the women of 1956 who marched to the Union building against past laws, do you feel that we, the women of today, 2024, have what it takes to take a stand like they did against the femicide?
If I were to compare women then and women now, I think there's quite a very big gap that has opened, where I think we are not even up to 50% of what those women were, because they were strong. They stood for what they want. They stood for, you know, they didn't care about the society. And there was no point where they would be mourning on social media or whatever. They were women of action. That's what I've noticed. But in nowadays, unfortunately, with us, we don't have the courage that those women had in the past, because we are more good here, but physically, we are not there. And that is a serious problem. And I so wish that we can, that we can still see, we can group and create a generation of doers, a generation of people that stand up and do things, but not talk about things. Because if you were to wake up in the morning and see how much women are talking on social media, you swear tomorrow there will be like a mass march that will be facing a special thing. If there could be a GBV story happening, Twitter will be buzzing, you know, for that day. There's a trend, a big trend, people are fighting about this. But who will get up in the morning and go look for that woman that was being abused and say, have you gone to the police station? Have you done ABCD? Have you? Nobody. Everybody just fights in their own little corner. So I think I will be kind of unfair to the women of those days to say we have what it takes of what they had. They brought us freedom. They brought us, they fought for us. And I don't think that we are strong enough, or we're doing the right thing to fight for our own upcoming generation. I think we are failing the generation that we're bringing, our own children that we're raising. Us as women, we are kind of failing them, because some of them, we drink in front of these little girls. We portray pictures on social media of ourselves dancing naked and doing all these things, and you will see little kids on social media being videoized, doing dances that you only can hold your mouth to say, how did the child get even exposed to this type of thing? It is us as women that are, you know, molding this thing. And if women know, we are very powerful. Women are so powerful. If you would find any other man, it's funny, the other day I was listening to other guy and he was crying because he was hurt, but he was crying for his mom. And I'm like, dude, this guy is like 50. Why are you saying mama? That's because the power of women that we have, either to male or female. So we do have the power, but we are not using it right at the moment.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sisanda.
Thank you.